What is up? What is up, guys? It is your boy, 1/3 of the Podnas, Tiz. And today we're doing a special, just, chill and kick it session. We're doing a live podcast listening session. Um, it says with Tiz, but it's actually going to be with, possibly the Podnas. Face Mob is off today, so he'll probably be through. And yeah, man, we just going to kick back, relax, and just allow you guys to. It's basically a ask me anything mixed with a listening session. So we're gonna watch the episode 15 unedited, basically with the Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee viewers usually we get to see, and yeah, we're gonna enjoy it, man. To the people that are watching for the first time, if you see anything or hear anything that resonates with you, whether that be something that causes an extreme excited reaction or just a reaction of like, hey, I kind of enjoyed that, go ahead and think about subscribing. Always make sure you leave a comment if you're watching this on replay. If you are here live with us, then make sure you jump in the chat. You're also available to jump up on the panel with the Podnas if you'd like. The link is pinned to the chat here. And yeah, man, we're gonna just have a nice chill session, kick back, and allow me and the Podnas to give you a little bit of insight on our thought processes on this episode that I picked today, and allow you guys to pretty much get to know us better by you're allowed to ask us whatever you like. And yeah, man, we're gonna get into it right about now. Before we jump into today's video, which is gonna be episode 15, what the fuck / integrity. We're going to get into that in just a second. But for those people who've never seen anything we do, or who just want to see some of our other content to get an idea of what we do, here is a little bit from our last episode 34. Walk hard. Pause.
Welcome to the Podnas with Phace, Pat, and Tiz.
Then what's next on the list here? We're right on the borderline where we go from good to fuckery here.
Oh,
so this borderline is
fuckery alert.
This borderline is brought to you by Versus. As y'all know, Versus. I don't know this.
You didn't see the Keith
summer.
Sweat Bobby Brown, bro. So rock, come on, so rock, tasting good like I knew you would.
Hey man, Bobby came in like, look, man, I know this pandemic had y'all not doing anything.
We got something in common.
Bored.
Hold on. We got something in common. Chirac, come on. I'm gonna drink you all night. Yo, Keith, them niggas was up there drunk as fuck, bro.
Yo, and Keith was on the low shading Bobby on the low, yo. He kept just on the low shading. Oh, you're gonna do that? You do a little dance move and shit.
Oh, am I battling you or New Edition?
All them shit. All that shade,
you battling alcoholism the way it looked.
Yeah.
When you were singing to that glass all night. Yeah. Nigga hair was just. He was doing the D-Lo Brown.
I have to start watching this shit.
Yo, when I tell you the shit came out of nowhere, it was like a surprise in the night. It was like a Jay-Z or a Beyonce album. That shit just dropped. It won't no prelude. I ain't heard nothing about it until afterward. The first thing I heard about it was the recap.
They said it wasn't like any promotion because it was like Essence Fest, and I think it was a part of Essence Fest. So in Essence Fest, we just had Versus up there, but I don't think they really showed who was going to be. This could have been like some last minute booking, but hey, they put on the show.
When I
but he
tell
did that little
you,
dance move that he
big
did.
bruh, they had this
Yeah.
breakdown moment, man, where they was like, because Ciroc is one of the sponsors for the show or whatever. These niggas got to doing this little interlude and like this little remix talking about the Ciroc.
Oh my God.
Keith Sweat was like, Ciroc, come on. And Bobby Brown was in the background just, we got something in common. this nigga Keith Sweat was like, he was like, you tasted good like I knew you would. And Bobby's still in the back
all night.
And Bobby's still in the background. We got something in common. Then this nigga Keith Sweat took this cup and looked at it and did the D-Lo Brown and said, I'm gonna take you all night.
Something just take responsibility. Responsible. You taste so good like I know you would. Have something in common. You make me feel so right. I love you, baby, all night. Have something in just common. Take responsibility.
Bobby B.
We got something in common.
Never let you down.
Yo, this part of the show is gonna be horrible for the people listening. But if you go back and watch this verses, you're gonna understand everything so much better. Just go back and watch the verses, then come back and click right to this part of the episode and pick back up with us. It's gonna be great for you. I promise you. It's amazing. Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat.
I don't know who thought of putting those two together, but boom.
Yes, they got something in common. It's called alcoholism.
Ciroc.
Ciroc. Not Ciroc, but Ciroc. Oh, hold on, man.
It's manufactured in Chicago.
You know how I'm built, man. You know what I'm about to have to do, right?
Oh, bruh.
It has to happen, yo. Like I know I shouldn't, but oh my God, bro. These niggas.
If y'all don't know, I think he's about to look this up so we can all look at it. Whatever.
Ciroc.
Something just take responsibility. Responsible. You taste so good like I know you would. Have something in common. You make me feel so right. I love you, baby, all night. Have something in just common. Take responsibility.
All right, family. So we back. So that's just a little snippet from our last episode for people who have never been here before. And we were about to get into an old episode. We threw it back to episode 15. We're past the 30 mark. So I tried to find an episode somewhere in between there that was, I don't know, one that I didn't remember. So that way some of my reactions will be live here and I'll be reacting to it in the moment. Also, I tried to find an episode that had a decent amount of behind the scenes footage before we actually started so that you can kind of see a glimpse behind the curtain before we actually click record and get started every week on the podcast. Some of the conversations that we have, just some of the mundane shit that we're doing as well. Feel free at any point to end the chat or, join us on the panel and ask whatever questions you have of us. If you wonder why we chose to talk about a certain topic or you want us to dig more into a certain topic that we talked about that week. If you just have a question about like, well, why does Tiz's background change every so often? Or what is going on in Pat's background? Like whatever, you know what I mean? Just feel free to ask us. This is one of those, I guess you call it an AMA I saw on Reddit. So yeah, we're gonna start it on off. Episode 15. Episode 15. Again, this is one of them I don't really remember that well. So either we didn't talk about nothing that week, or you know, the more likely candidate is that I'm just getting old and don't remember shit. So let's get into it and see what happened in episode 15.
And then headphones. All right. Same old.
And peace and welcome, African humanists. Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us today.
Let me send some of this information I got for my segment today. Really didn't have too much to really talk about, so that's why I just did the good and the fuckery. I feel like if I was to even think of something, it would come out forced.
Now, this is the funny part. This is something that I think I said on the last watch along we did, but I can't remember. Not yet. I want to make sure I'm serious before I just, step out there. I don't want to waste your time and be like, yeah, I'm ready. And then, like my life is in turmoil right now. We get in the crib, right. Peace, King. What's good, Greg? Always a pleasure, champ. And my job is going from my summer, which is very flexible, to me having a lot less time. So I just want to make sure that I got my family schedule and stuff first, and then we're gonna get it popping. On the home renovation, we are getting there. We got all of our bids in right now. We got the bids with the insurance company on the inspectors actually coming today at 2 to come back and re-inspect basically what they want to pay, and what all of our estimates said is very different. So they're gonna come back out today, and then they're gonna get with the contractor we chose, and I guess they're gonna iron it out. And basically we're looking to hopefully get, first nails in, first boards up, that type of thing done by next week sometime, if all goes well today. But this has been the slowest process, the worst, weirdest process. Sections of the wall are missing, insulation in it. So obviously the power bill is sky high because it's hot as hell in Georgia. So, it is what it is, but we persevering through, stuff like that I can control, I can deal with, we're alive, we got food, we got shelter, our bedrooms in the main areas that we actually sleep and lay our heads in are fine. So overall, it could be worse. Suggest a homeowner prepare. First of all, in my particular case, if you don't have kids, don't have them. They could be lovely, lovely, lovely humans, but they are they get into stuff. You know what I mean? But for real, I would say make sure you got homeowners insurance, because I definitely would say this would be way worse if we were paying for everything just out of our pockets. We probably could. Fortunately, we've kind of put ourselves in a decent financial place. But if we had to pay for things out of pocket, things would look a lot different, and the stress level would be a lot different. So thank God for that. It's all good. But I say homeowners insurance. If you are renting, renters insurance, whatever type of all the insurances you can have, from weather, disaster, flood, just basic maintenance, warranties, all of that stuff. Definitely had that savings always. The rule that I learned from most of the people that I've gotten my wisdom from have always told me, anywhere from 3 months to a year's worth of what you make should be saved up. So however much of that percentage of your salary, you should have that saved up. So that way, if you do get fired, if you're injured and you can't work, if some big thing comes out of nowhere, you can kind of do some decent work. And a lot of times, if you have that amount of capital liquid, it helps, because you can get better lines of credit if that's something that you need to. So definitely savings, definitely all the insurances and warranties you can have. And a lot of therapy. Like I think if I was in a worse place or if I was in a different point in my life when this happened, this would have probably taken me, because with that plus everything else that life has thrown at me in the past, month or two here. Outside of the vacation week, man, there's been some shit. But what I would say is definitely just making sure you're doing whatever you gotta do to be mentally well. So that way when this type of shit happens, you have the normal level of stress that's associated with it, and it doesn't like break you or have you like going crazy and going overboard. So yeah, that's it, man. But other than that, man, you just gotta deal with life, man. It's life, you know what I mean? People have insurance for a reason. Like I remember I used to be like, I don't understand why this car insurance is so much. And then I was in a car accident that almost took my life and my car was gone. And since then I've been hit 3 more times. So like, I now understand why we got that. That works. It helps. You know what I mean? So it's life shit. But yeah, damn it. See, Black, you always hit me with a question, right? See, I tell you. We're gonna go ahead back into it. Pat, that's what I was saying. Pat was talking about he didn't have a topic for one of his days. Like, it'd be funny. Our episode, I remember we first started. We were like, all right, we want our episodes to be somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. We're gonna have 3 topics. We spend about 10 to 15 minutes on each topic, leaving some room for some random banner. And we out of there. Yes, Georgia is a death trap on the highways. Yes. You heard correct. Correct. Correct, I should say. But yeah, and now if y'all notice, our episodes are anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2 hours every time. Sometimes it almost gets to 3 hours where we got to do 2 partners. And it's funny how we didn't think we would have that much to talk about. And every week we'd be like, oh man, I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. And then once you start talking about one thing, something just starts and we just get into it. I think that's the beauty of doing a podcast with your friends that are like your real friends, so y'all really know each other, because it's like your brains kind of just automatically just jump off each other. But to this moment right now, I still like, so last night we were supposed to record, but we had some life stuff happen, so we had to push it to tonight. Growing some of your own food. Yes. Growing your own food, being able to hunt, all that. Yes, I'm with all that. We actually got a garden in the backyard that my wife does every year. She didn't do it this year, but usually we have our cucumbers and tomatoes and whatnot out there so we can eat fresh. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely with that, Black, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, so we talk a lot. And we didn't think we would. It's weird how 3 introverts who, like, if you catch me in the day-to-day just coming and going, I really don't talk that much to people outside of my inner circle. But you get me with somebody like my wife or my friends or, my family members and stuff like, and I'll talk their ear off. So it's crazy. But yeah, man, we were initially 45 minutes because of shit like this. We were like, if we do too many topics every week, then we won't have nothing to talk about. And yet here we are, about to do episode 35 tonight, and we still have shit to talk about. Tomatoes, herbs, greens. Yes. Definitely get you some kale out there. I always like turnip greens myself, because you can, you're basically getting 2 vegetables for one, basically, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, if y'all out there in the gardening world, you know what I mean, turnip greens are a real dope plant. They easy to grow in a lot of different climates, and you get 2 veggies. Why are you gonna beat that? If you like turnips. If you're not into turnips, then never mind. But my grandma had me up on them, and they are not that great, but for some reason I love them. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We are cousins, man. We all family. Believe that. Once you're in the pod squad, man, we all family. Like for y'all to rock with us as weird at our quirky selves, as weird as we are, like y'all gotta really rock with us. So yeah, you know we fam. Collards, kale, spinach. Yes. Rock with it. What I was gonna say. How you feel about carrots? Carrots are dope. I like growing those. Cucumbers for sure. That's one of the best summertime. Like you want a refreshing snack, just slice you up some cucumbers. If you want to put some little dash of salt on them things, man, you can just snack on them, John. They refreshing as hell. Super low calorie. You know what I mean? For my people that's health conscious and that's trying to, you know what I mean, watch their weight. You know what I mean? But yeah, that'll get me off into a whole nother tangent there. But yeah, man. But yeah, I don't have a topic right now for the night. Have no idea what we're gonna talk about tonight. Hell yeah. Midday snack is carrots perfect. Anything like that, nice, refreshing, filling, but low calorie, good fiber. You working with you cooking with gas.
Oh yeah.
Y'all are not tripping. Phace's background does what it wants to do despite him having a green screen. We never could figure that out. Sometimes it looks like a black screen, which is kind of dope.
For me to have a whole segment.
I would like to have a black screen, but I feel like that might make part of my face disappear.
It just happens to be enough good and fuckery to get time.
Trying to get your figure.
I can have a whole segment.
Hey man, I told you, it's all about the calorie counting. That's really what it is. People make it difficult, but like our bodies do a lot of the work for us if we just eat right. Make sure that the calories we're putting in are actually effective calories. So like high in nutrients, so high in proteins, high in vitamins, high in minerals. Make sure that like the carbs don't really matter. It's just really making sure that you get enough food. So sometimes you got to cut back the carbs just to make sure you get enough calories from other foods so that you're actually full. But long as you eat less calories than you burn in that day, you're good. So that's why I tell everybody, figure out what your basal caloric rate is. That's basically how many calories you burn per day just being you. And then that way you'll know how much you got to work out that day or how many calories you need to burn in a workout that day to eat more. Or you can kind of plan around, hey, every day I know I can eat at least this, and then I can also eat more on these days based off of this workout or this, you know what I mean? So it's all about calories though, man. It's all about how much energy you're burning as opposed to how much you're taking in. So yeah. This is so weird because I feel like
this group topic
as I'm hearing them talking, I feel like I'm hearing like they're rarely right here. So that shit is weird.
Man, grinding, man. Getting my Black History presentation together for my TD.
Yeah, I had to skip ahead of that. We can't tell everybody all the business. Not all the business. Not yet. When we get to 1,000 subs, I can disclose a lot of shit. But yeah, just know I do Black History presentations every year too. And this year was pretty dope. I did a history of Black athletics and sports. All the way back to like Africa and the history of baseball and all that shit. So it's pretty dope. One day I might let y'all check it out. So if y'all want to know what's happening right now, man, what do I do when we're not the partners? Man, kids me, I work out. I love to play sports for sure. I play video games.
No, show his face.
A lot of sports games. I played a game called Destiny, just like a shooter, and mostly sports games. I play GTA.
He don't got the background on right now.
I go for walks. I like nature, so I like hiking and shit, and just kind of being outside. I go play cards and dominoes with my homeboys. I used to go to clubs and stuff, but
I found the best
I
service.
find that now, like, it just be too much going on for me. Like, now that I'm settled, I like being settled, so it just be too much
One, you gotta switch over everything.
of the energies that I ain't necessarily a fan of being around me no more. So I'm kind of a homebody. You know, I be chilling, and I think all three of us are pretty much similar in that. As far as like being homebody, like I said, we introverts, so like I prefer to kind of just be self-contained.
Bullshit.
Now that we're doing the
Yeah, I
podcast,
felt
I'm
like
getting
I
really
was
into
gonna
like
have to
learning
say an
about it. So like
announcement
right
or
now, I'm
something
completing a
before we got in the
masterclass,
recording,
that
might happen. But
Kev on stage, on like podcast content creation and marketing. So I kind of really into like content around that. I watch a lot of YouTube in my time off. I be into like old school wrestling, so like a lot of the What Culture and WrestleMania and wrestling bios type stuff where they do like retrospectives of like old angles and give you like the behind the scenes stuff around that. What's good, King? What's good, last call? How you, man? We just chilling, you know, rewatching the old episode unedited and just, you know, shooting the breeze, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's all we really do. Like I can't speak for, you know, Phace and Pat, but we be slow motion with it, man. Like we used to be in the way so much. I just at this point, you know, we out the way. And that manosphere, man, I wouldn't even know what that mean. And I don't really want to get caught into none of those sector labels and all of that. Cause then once you do, it's like if you say something that goes against those tenets, then like I don't know that I'm that strongly into any one thing as like this is the end all be all way of thinking. Like I'm constantly learning. Like I've evolved my outlook and my thought processes on a lot of things, even just since November when we started this. You know what I mean? So like I feel like I don't know about anti-manosphere, but we definitely can stand on what we stand on for sure. But yeah, I can't really get into all those sectors. Like I'm into video games, but I can't say I'm into video games. That group, I can't say that I'm into the group. Like I'm into battle rap, but I'm not necessarily a battle rap blogger, so I'm not in that sphere technically. You know what I mean? We used to make Umar videos. I'm not in the Umar sector technically. Like I watch videos from all of those different places. Like I watch stuff from like I've watched Kevin Samuels videos before. I don't consider myself part of the manosphere, man, or none of that. I'm just into learning about different ways of thinking, even if I don't necessarily agree. I just like to know about it, see why somebody would think that way. I guess I'm like a natural people watcher. Like, you know what I mean? Like growing up, one of our pastimes, you know, we come from a smaller area in Virginia. So we used to go to the mall. That was like a big thing for a lot of like, you know, young teens, you know, between 12 and 15. That was like the thing to do with, you know, go out there, holler at the girls holler at you, you know, you just chill, go to the movies, that type of thing, you know, normal kid stuff. But we used to just sit on a bench in the mall and just watch people. And just, I don't know, I've just always been fascinated about why people do certain things, or, you know what I mean? Now, as far as like being anti anything, I don't think I'm anti is things that I personally in my moral fiber consider like wrong. Like I can stand on those things, but even in those, you know what I mean? Like I can stand on it, but it's hard for me to really tell somebody else something. So I don't know. I understand everybody's point of view, so I find it hard to like just say, "Hey, man, you fucked up," unless somebody's fucked up. Now, like, you know, hurting kids, hurting women for no reason as a man, you know what I mean, unprovoked violence, that type of thing. You know, I'm not really into it like that. And those things, you know, probably would set me off quicker than anything. I don't like to see black people hurting other black people for no reason. I'm not really into groupthink, but I don't know. And this MGTOW, I heard that the first time, like maybe a week ago. And it's all different to me. I don't necessarily understand it, but I don't understand a lot of stuff that people are into out here. I feel like You got the right to do what you do. I think the part that messes it up on all that, I think the problem with these sectors and these spheres and these groups and whatever, I think the main issue isn't the groups themselves, because I think in those groups you will find it's people that got genuine beliefs. So like their beliefs are not coming from a malicious place. I think it's just people get into those groups and then bring their malicious thoughts and use those groups as ways to project those malicious intentions. Because I feel like, every group that I see, like even I remember the gaming industry, the gaming sector had a big blow up, over the way they was treating women. But I don't think the gaming sector is bad. I think it's just the fucked up people in the gaming sector that are part of it. Those people make the whole thing bad. And it's, so I don't really want to, we ain't nothing. The only thing we claiming is Pod Squad and, our families. Outside of that, we ain't really into all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, with no internet food and meat trios. Exactly. Yeah. A lot of it's a lot of compensated. I think that goes down to like mental health though. Like I've been a person who's done those things. Like I've compensated. A lot of the stuff that come from over bravado and like your ego being hurt and your pride being hurt. And once you get to a place where you're truly content with yourself, like you stop really being worried about the pride thing. Like I think that's why like a lot of even the humor on our show, a lot of it comes from like self-deprecating shit. It comes from like me being an absolute goofball and like not being worried about how I'm looking or presented, or it comes from like people just like you gotta just be okay with being you. And I think when you do that, you ain't gotta worry about trying to be hurt by stuff and a lot of it. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think those men in that community, the red pills and the MGTOWs and the manosphere and all that, I think that some of them, I think there's a hefty group of them that are not there for malicious reason. They genuinely might believe that like men do need a section to speak up for their thoughts. I get that logic. I think it's malicious people that are a part of the group that because of the way that they express the group's ideals, it comes out and then it becomes like that group is there. So, but yeah, it definitely be like the little woman hating club sometime. But I think I don't want to paint the whole picture like it's all of them, because I don't know and I ain't in it to say, oh yeah, all of them. But I've seen people that say that they are a part of their community and they don't seem like they just horrible people. It just seems like they have a opinion that may not be socially acceptable. But on that same token, I look at it like, I got a first cousin that's gay, you know what I mean? So when we was growing up, he wasn't socially acceptable. Now he is, you know what I mean? So like, who's to say what's going to be socially acceptable in, the next 20 years? So I try to just stay on the right side thing by saying, I don't know. I believe what I believe, but I don't know enough about these other people. I know about the Pod Squad. I know what we are. And we just us, we just us. Just us a little 300 or something, just kicking it, being us. But yeah, we pray for those who don't understand, man. That's all we can do.
Hey, I'm telling you, when it hit.
But I tapped it with Red Bull so I can have some energy. Energy.
He really had like that all the time. If y'all didn't know, that was not him on the
podcast.
podcast
With the white tea, but like I said, it was rotisserie wine. Like a couple minutes ago.
Brother man, I care not what you wear, champ. Long as you ain't naked in front of me.
No, but put me on. I don't know about it. I know there was some voter suppression laws they were trying to do, but I don't know
about guys.
I'll be honest, I'm out of the loop.
Have their profile pic,
local politics right now, especially.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah,
I'm kind of out of the loop on global, man. Like I said, these past few weeks, man, have been a blur, and I don't know a lot that's going on right now. The closest I get to news these days is like what I hear through like these chats or from people in my life, conversations, and when I go looking for the positive black news for the podcast. But outside of that, I don't know.
On the energy shit, I am sleepy as all hell.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out what happened. Jimmy Reed,
Georgia.
Graphically drawing on the phone. But
Well, that's
it's not
disheartening.
way I'm on it.
It was already hard for
Then
people to
trying to
vote.
figure
As
out
it
Look
was,
it up
like,
on the YouTube.
the push
Somebody
we had to
got
do to get
it.
these
I
last
bet
two
No, somebody's
congressmen
doing it, but I don't know.
elected.
Huh?
It's not
That
up
was
to par to
crazy.
where I want it.
So I don't think we need
Extra
nothing to
graphic
make it
drawings with
harder.
this
But
on the phone.
great.
Some
Awesome.
wet on the phone.
Oh man,
Drawing
this
titties
world
on the
be
phone.
tripping.
Oh no, man. I don't need.
Drawing titties
I
on the
don't
phone.
need to draw
And
for that.
flags for petty things.
That's what
Drawing titties
Instagram
on-
and Twitter is for.
That time.
And fines for
I
petty
don't-
things.
if
Yeah,
I
fines for
need to
petty
see
things
that,
are
I could
annoying
just
to
go
me.
straight
I'm
on
just
Instagram.
over, man. Like we need the laws that we need, we never enact. And the shit that nobody cares
Don't be
about
so
that ain't got
so
nothing to do
on
with
there.
nothing.
I'd be scared to go on there.
Or the shit that hurts people, they do. But the shit that will help everybody.
Or some old text messages, old Facebook book messages.
This is why I
There's
stay away
somewhere-
from politics and news
somewhere
lately,
in there,
man. Like
there's
it's just
something.
depressing, man. Like my spirit can't take it no more, man. Like
There's always something
I done had
somewhere.
enough downers this month.
Somewhere.
Titty foul.
This man. It sucks being in a country that don't love you, that don't want you there.
See, that's the convenience of a wife.
Yeah. The wife is so much easier.
Yep.
Because I can actually touch them titties.
Get my diddles in.
Yep.
Get my diddles in.
Oh man, you need a bottle of water down here.
Guaranteed in the house pussy.
You need a bottle of water down
Best
here.
pussy
Georgia
there is.
hot
That's
as
one
fuck.
that's
That's the only way you gonna stand out in them lines if you got some water.
Yeah.
You pass the fuck out and never vote. Never vote again. That sucks. Like that's stupid. You penalizing people for giving out water?
And that's one of
Water.
Indeed.
The basic sustenance of life.
Sure,
You
that
can't
feels
give
right.
somebody.
Mental health.
So what if somebody out there
Yeah,
and they about
and
to have
that's
a
why
heat
I'm
stroke?
not really
Or they
too
about to
phased about
dehydrate and pass the fuck out? I can't give them water to save their life or to save their
y'all
health.
got y'all docket, so y'all
That's
order
stupid.
straight.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
This.
I know I'm last. So.
Oh
You-
man,
you
it's like it's
are-
so absurd.
Yep, you are the last things. Yes, sir.
Oh, I knew they was
Yeah.
gonna do that after this last one. I knew that. I knew that. And I got a feeling they're gonna make us get back on lockdown right before the next election too, just to make
Sound
sure
like
you
a
know what I'm
play
saying.
then,
You
man,
gotta vote by
man.
absentee for the most part,
It's his name.
Oh yeah.
or to really make it difficult. They be fucking
Gotta
us
know
up,
our
boy.
fans
They be
are-
hitting us with
are
body
missing me
blows,
being
man. We
here
be sitting there
cutting
just
in
chilling.
and
They
out,
be
you
just
know.
beating the hell out of us.
I'm sure they missing the photograph.
I tell y'all what, my
Okay,
forehead
no.
is big as shit.
Hey, my eyes are too wide open now.
See, Pat
the
even
white-
laughed
I see
at
the
that
whites
shit.
in my, I see
I
the whites in
got
my eyes.
Tyra Banks
Yes.
size forehead,
They ain't gonna know who you are. They gonna be like, who this new guy? Y'all
like
got?
an ancient
They're
Nubia
gonna be like,
forehead.
that's a face clone.
Hey,
like they
what-
do.
what-
Like they do Gucci Mane and Kodak Black.
If you make the
fuck,
line,
so
you're
it
not
look too
guaranteed
big.
to vote. Oh, that's
I
fucked up.
doubt that they will waste cloning technology.
So I show up, wait all day in line,
No
and then I
offense,
don't. I'm like
but
right
let's
at the
get-
door,
Yeah,
but
they
it's the
let's-
cutoff time, so
let's
I don't
You
get
get
it.
never
it.
know. They cloned the fairy.
Texas need to
They
be its
cloned
own
the
country. We
ferrets.
need to
No,
get.
that's
We need to
True.
take those that
And
want to
she-
come and let them come here,
Name
and
the
then
Dolly.
Texas do its own thing. Because Texas has been weird since they started.
Exactly.
I don't think we
So
should have ever
if you had
annexed
to start
Texas in the
cloning
first place.
humans,
It's,
Yeah,
they
that's a
they've
good
never
thing.
really
They would
cared
probably
about what the rest of the
indicate
country do. They gonna do
So-
their own thing.
so
They
if they had to
pick
clone
people
somebody,
first.
wouldn't they choose some of the most?
They're very
ignorant
different.
people
They're very
to have
different. It's a
people
lot of
follow?
states that are very
They would
different.
clone major sheep. So like sheep like Kodak Black. You feel me? And other sheep who follow him would just do what he do. So clone that motherfucker and have the other niggas do what he do. When have you ever seen Kodak Black make a donation to something? He came back out on some nigga shit, but on some grown nigga shit. He making donations to people and shit like that. When did Kodak do that shit?
Well, that's a good
So may-
clone. Come on,
That
dog.
was
Yeah.
messed up.
Do
So
something good.
maybe
Mhm.
it's
That was
mad black scientists making good clones of
I wouldn't put it
plot
past
twist.
shit.
How y'all feel about
do have
cloning?
some type of thing about that.
Would y'all be okay
What
with
it
somebody
just
cloning y'all?
Created something like that. I can't remember the exact thing, but
Yeah.
I know it was some based on some. They believe some scientists.
But you know, I know it ain't good to wish bad on somebody, but I wish Tekashi get shot in the knee.
The views hold on.
He's an
God
old.
I'm
damn
tired
it.
of seeing that nigga.
Forgot this was the unedited version. Jesus Christ. All right, we can
But
proceed.
I listened to Ryan Davis the other day, and he's correct because it's not the person Tekashi.
10:45 in the morning, boy.
He's the Joker.
He keep you on your
You
toes,
feel me?
boy. I
He's
tell you
Batman.
that,
Gotham
man.
City comes to life.
You said you don't
No,
want the baby.
no. He's the Joker.
The baby might need to
Yeah.
get hurt.
He's just listen to the whole Joker thing.
He be
If you
asking
look at
for it,
Gotham
man.
City,
Like,
when,
I'm not a
the
fan
gangsters
of
get the Joker.
just picking on folk, but
All
when
the
somebody
gangsters
keep
wanted
asking for it, I'm
something
a
they
fan
couldn't
of.
get
At
and
some
couldn't do
point,
without the
somebody need to
Joker.
give
They
you
wanted
what
to
you
get rid of
want so you can
Batman.
understand why it
You feel
wasn't
me?
a good idea.
All
Gotta
them
learn from mistakes.
Bloods, they brought Tekashi in because they wanted that limelight and that money. He was bringing them something they couldn't attain.
Oh man, I don't know what that actual song is, but you know, Pat is into music, so you know he used to rap and stuff. So he has a lot of like old beats and like just random music that he's stored up over the years. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, he said that it was just like an old track that he was gonna rap to, that he just was like, oh, if it just happened to fit the images and the thought he had behind making that clip. Yeah, I had to ask. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to ask him that, and if he don't join today, I'll pin it to this video and put it in the comments. But yeah, no, I did not see the Fool of New Jersey. What the Fool of New Jersey do? What's good, Face Mobby?
What it is, homie.
Hey, ain't making no noise. Yeah, kicking it with the Pod Squad. You know, rewatching episode 15. Actually, doing more shooting the breeze than anything. But you know, just
Nothing wrong with it.
kind of watching the episode, giving context around certain things, answering questions, going off on topics from the chat. Just a random chill session, man. Ain't nothing.
Big
How you
bet.
today, bro?
I can't complain. I'm off.
Well, that's always a blessing.
Shit, yeah, it is what it is. Figured I'd jump in here before I start all this housework.
Uh-oh. You about to start cleaning, ain't you?
You know
it. So for y'all who don't know, yes, Phace is in the place, about to clean the whole track for the race. If y'all don't know, Phace, oh yes, I did see that dude that got arrested. I think Pat put him on the our last live we did. The dude from New Jersey, Phace, that got arrested for talking shit to the whole neighborhood and acting like he was bad. Then they came and got his ass. If you remember, remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we did see that one. But yeah, if y'all don't know, Phace is the resident, I guess, neat freak of the pod. Like he's probably the cleanest person that I know next to my wife. Like, you know, them two, like, I've never seen people that just love to clean and like, I can't do it. Like, it would drive them crazy if shit ain't in order. So when he say he about to clean, I mean, that house about to deep clean the whole house for no reason, just because.
Yeah, right.
And that's his pleasure. He's off today, y'all.
Damn, bro, you about to have some fun.
See, our off days look so very much different. If I didn't have my wife, man, for one, I wouldn't have nothing in my house. It'll be like a chair, a bed, a bunch of TVs, computer, my video game system, and that'd be about it. And food in the fridge. It wouldn't be nothing else. So cleaning would be a cinch. Like, it'll be pretty much just a big open space with some fold-up chairs on the wall in case I have company.
Sleep in that motherfucker.
I believe in industrial functionality. Like, I'm not doing nothing. But on my days off, man, I can't do it. I don't see how they do it.
Shit, that's what I get into.
My mom be doing that too. Like, Oh, I'm
Getting
off
this
today.
dog
Let
right.
me go do me some
Getting this
work for
dog,
fun.
getting these kids and cleaning.
What?
Getting this dog right, getting these kids and cleaning. That's it.
No, sir. You love your mop floor. See, last call with you. Hey man, and I like it
That's right.
clean. I just don't want to do it. Like I would be more likely, like
That's right.
if I wasn't married, I would probably have like a maid service.
Ain't
Like
nothing like having them floors shining bright, man.
I understand that feeling. I just don't want to do
I love floors. That's what they are.
it.
If this was to
I
let
don't
me
know
down
whether
with a
it's
floor
like trauma from household chores growing up or what. Yo, I hate it, man. I hate like, oh man, when you talk about hating something with a passion, I got that. I got that type of deep seated, just deplorable, just I don't want to do it, and I will do it, and I'm actually pretty good at it when I have to do it. I just don't want to do it.
I feel you.
Like,
Yeah, my wife
oh
don't want
man,
me clean. My wife
when
tell me don't clean. Let her do it. Shit, I gotta do it. I like it's something I take pleasure in doing. Some shit.
when I tell
I
y'all,
can't not
man,
do it.
me and the wife have I almost lost my wife a few times along this journey of the I wanted to clean and do dishes and stuff too. Woo! We got a good system now where it worked, but woo boy. I stayed in the doghouse over there, boy. Can't we call somebody? Can't somebody else do it? Please don't make me. I don't want to put my hand in that dirty water. I hate it, bro. I don't even remember what I was originally talking about, but I hate it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Yes, hire a cleaning service. I'm older then. Call me older then. Damn my real age. Yes, I want a cleaning service. Somebody come do this for me. You do this? Come here. Come do this. Come do this. I pay you. I'm one of those. Like I will pay for comfort and convenience. I would rather spend my time like I think I'm one of those. Like I'm not a creative, but I'm like a free spirit. Like I like to work on passion shit. I don't like to do shit that I don't really care about. Like I don't care if the dishes are washed. Like give me a bunch of paper plates and shit anyway, and then I just throw all that shit away. Like I don't want to do nothing. That shit has no purpose. Now what I will do, I am big on cleaning a bathroom. I love to clean the bathroom. Like I don't like you step in. You ever been to somebody's house and you be like, spending the weekend or you staying there for a visit or something, and you step into the shower and then like, I don't know what it's called. I don't know whether it's mold or grit or grunge or soot or what, but it's like that black stuff around the outside of it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Now that I can't. Now that the way you get about all mess and just stuff that's not out of place, I get about that. I feel you. So I get that feeling. I just don't get it about like if my shoes ain't in the right spot, I don't care. I'm gonna put them back on anyway. Like I ain't making no bed when I wake up in the morning because I'm gonna get back in it. Like, what am I making it to do? What am I making it for? Who's coming in my room when I ain't here? That's gonna be checking out the decor of my bed.
So then ask yourself this. But this is the thing. As a parent, ask yourself this: if that's the way you feel, can you fuss at your son when he don't make his bed up?
Oh, I don't. All of this stuff about that's the wife. She disciplines him on that. That's what we stay in our spheres. Like the stuff we care about, we handle. Like I'm big on respect. So if he gets out of line or if he talks to an adult in a way that's just disrespectful, no, we wouldn't have made it as roommates in college. Like I tell you, I don't really need I think I need my own space. I'm really into like.
Oh shit, we'd have made it as roommates in college because you remember Corey was my roommate. Oh yeah. Mac was my roommate in college. You feel me? Like we were told.
But you gotta remember, but even me and Phace, like me and Phace have lived together. Like we get along fine. Yeah. Like Phace cleans up his stuff. I have my room that I can keep how I want. And then in communal areas, usually we come up with a system of like, hey, I'll take care of this, or we'll just do it together. Like if it's a cleaning day, I'm more with that. So like I ain't into like every single day. Peace.
I've always seen that as a brother role anyway. You feel me? Like so.
You
I've
said
always
what?
seen it as a big brother role anyway. So I've always seen it as a big brother role anyway. So picking up behind you ain't never been a problem because you my little brother. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
what I was always told to do. Some shit. Ain't it what it is?
And like my idea of mess ain't nasty. Like I can deal with like
Yeah,
if I got like
you
I'll
ain't
put like
nasty, man.
I'll take a pile of clean clothes out of the hamper, dump them, and leave them right there and just pick through them. Everything is clean. It's just I don't really care about it being folded in a certain way because I'm gonna iron it first anyway. So like I'm just very functional. I want shit to be really quick and convenient and like at the top touch of a finger. So like some of that organizational stuff growing up, I was spoiled, man. I was raised by all women and I was the only boy of my generation. So like I was kind of spoiled. So like a lot of the stuff people did for me. Now I had chores and shit, but I think also that messed me up because I got so sick of being made to do this every day. I would spend like, and I remember we ain't had no vacuum at one crib. And we had carpet all through the damn house. So I had to sweep the fucking carpet every day. Hey, y'all ever swept a carpet?
Oh yes, I do it every day.
You know how pissed off you get sweeping the carpet.
I take
to hit
pleasure out
that
of sweeping
same
my
piece
carpet,
of lint
man.
and watch it keep bouncing backwards to the same spot.
Pleasure out of sweeping my carpet.
Do you know how
But
that feels?
sometimes
How
vacuum
traumatic
can't
that
do it,
is on
man.
an 11-year-old?
I'd rather
you
sweep
know?
the carpet. I'd rather sweep it.
Yeah, man. I just couldn't do it, man. So
that's what me and my wife get into because she hate when I sweep the carpet. Why don't you just vacuum? We got 2 vacuums in.
nah, but I feel
And
it does clean it better. But to do that every day, and you remember how I used to be on punishment phase. Like I used to get grounded. I'd be grounded for like 3 or 4 months because I'd do one thing and it'll just snowball and I'd just keep piling on. Like I would get into these 3-4 month spots where I was just like, what the hell is going on? It would just be all day just cleaning, and I just hate it now. Like now I'm good with routines. So like if it's a system, if it's like, hey, these specific things are mine, and it ain't a certain time it got to be done by, or it got to be done at a certain moment in the day, as long as in the day it do it. Like I'm good with lists and stuff like that. So I do help out, I do my part, but it got to be structured in a way that give me a little bit of flexibility. I don't know. I think it's something about the rigidity of like, it has to be done at this. Like, damn it, no, it don't. Ain't nobody gonna die. If I wait 1 more second to take this pair of shoes from right here and put them right on this shoe rack, I promise you, ain't nobody gonna die in that meantime. Like, it's gonna be all right. So I think that the logic side of me be getting in the way, but I've come a long way. Y'all will be proud of me. Apparently I'm doing all right because I'm still married. And
there you go. You see some progression.
But yeah, we getting there, man. How the hell do we be getting here, yo? Like we be 30, we be spiraling, bro.
Hey, it is what it is.
Sales.
We be spiraling.
The gangsters in Gotham City.
That's how the podcast came to be.
No, yeah, it do. Because I was telling them, because Pat at the beginning of this, Pat was like, yeah, y'all, I just got the good at fuckery, but I ain't got no topic. I was like, every week we be like that. I was like, we initially started, we were supposed to be only 45 minutes to an hour for the whole show. Same thing with the live show every week. Both of them shows are supposed to be 45 minutes to an hour. They get to talk about random shit and we be on here for an hour. We didn't talk about so much. Niggas get to bringing up cornucopias and you don't know where we're going to end up. You don't know where the hell we're going to end up.
It is what it is. It is.
I still want to see one of them in real life. Like, I want to see a original, like, yeah, like not a plastic one or something, but like
a real.
And yeah, the OG Jordan of cornucopias.
I'm sure somebody out there still making.
What's my shot? Now I'm with stuff like that. Like I said, the bathroom is like, to me, like that my palace. You know what I mean? So yeah, the trenches long last and shorter videos. Yes, it does. But see, that's the thing. We're not video creators, so I think that's what threw it off. Like we are podcasters, so like our job is to talk. So we be talking. We be talking about nothing, but they be turning into something. I tell you what, if don't nobody else care, I be enjoying the hell out of the episode. Like I'm my number one fan. I enjoy the hell out of these conversations. I be sitting here. I was just sitting here today doing this, and before you came in, Phace, like, cause it's you and Pat voice, I kept feeling like y'all was right here, so I was wanting to respond. Like, this is a video.
Yeah, I feel you. Because when I first came on, When I first came on, I was looking at it. I was like, hold up. How am I on the screen and I'm not in that room? What they? I was like, oh, that's right. We watching something.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you some funny shit yesterday. Last call said you had the baby weights in the background.
That ain't my shit.
That okay. See, I was like,
That's
maybe
my
it's
wife's shit.
Oh, now that made complete sense now. See, last call, it all makes sense. I was like, maybe he just using it for biceps only. Like maybe it's like the curl ball or something, you know. I don't know.
That's my wife's shit.
Oh, we roasted them shit for a minute though.
Oh yeah, my wife hits the weights too.
And I ain't never noticed them shits till he said it. Like I've literally watched every single episode, multiple times, obviously, and never noticed that.
Hell yeah, I had to move the desk and shit and everything in there.
You said what?
I had to move everything in that room because I made the back room the kids' playroom, so I got the desk in the weight room.
Got you. I see. I can't never tell where the hell you're in your career.
Yeah, I get moved around.
I feel like you done shifted like every month. It's been like a new location for you. You'll stick with one spot for like 3 weeks and then be like, oh, I'm gonna go over here today.
Yeah, about every other month. Yeah, it's about right.
Remember one episode you did it from the truck. Yeah, cracking on those baby. Yes. See, they not baby weights, they lady weights. They just weren't meant for him. He's not the one lifting them, basically. So they're not supposed to be heavier than what we saw. Now that makes sense. But the jokes was good for a second. Because I'm sitting there imagining your grown ass in there pushing them like this. I'm like, hey, this nigga don't. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. No strain.
Oh
I was
shit.
like, yeah, them gotta be for the curls. All right, but
yeah,
man. This shit that be going on, man. This is why I have a green screen behind me. The most you gonna see is green. You ain't gonna joke on my baby weights.
Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Although I don't have any baby weights, I don't even have a weight bench. I have dumbbells, and that's about it. So yeah. Tell you, calisthenics is better than weights anyway. If you ask me, moving active weight is a lot better, especially if you are into self-defense, that type of thing. Like you want to move something that got some natural resistance, because that's what you're gonna face in real life. They were like, Phace doesn't work on chest; he just shoulder blades. No, they weren't like anything. It was me and you last call. It was over 3. It was like 2 or 3 of us here.
I know the they was like
over 2 or 3 of us
Don't
here.
change it up now. Don't change it up now.
It was
I ain't gonna rank.
It was me and you. He told someday. Yo, that is some black people shit. You can go to some bad times. Yeah, they said no. It was you. It was you. That was all us right there. That was all us.
Shit.
Oh man, we roll on accountability around here. Last call, you got to stand on it, man. It was us.
Damn right.
It's okay, man. We in the jokes around here. We actually get quite a few jokes off on each other. I'm telling you, on the anniversary when I unleash a lot of. I think it's going to either be the anniversary or 1,000 subs, whichever one comes first. Probably the anniversary will come first. So either November, what was it, the 15th or 25th? One of those. I got to look back and see the exact date of the recording. But on that date, I plan on releasing like a nice opening up the catalogs and purging and starting it all fresh again. So y'all will see a lot of the jokes that we get off. Like we've had full-blown roasting sessions. And I think it's been at different times. It's been one of us 3 that gets it, and it's been a different one of us each time. So like we all about it. Let them fly. Got a jet. Peace, Black. Peace, Black. Always a pleasure to have you in the house.
Peace.
Don't take my delay as a deterrent. We are going to connect on that book writing adventure, and we're gonna figure that out. I just want to make sure I got the time to dedicate it so I don't waste your time. Because I have witnessed your talent, and I don't want to put that to waste. But we're going to get on that. Indeed. But yeah, man.
They
Feel
all
free to
jail
get
or
them
die.
roasts off.
The gangsters in real life with the Bloods, they all went.
I don't know what you was talking about right
Tekashi
there.
is the Joker.
Oh yeah, you were talking about Tekashi being a Joker.
I feel him. I think that's real. It's perfect.
I look so
His
confused.
character,
Like
yes,
what?
But he has an alter ego. Joker always crazy like that. Tekashi
It's funny to
was
see how. Yo, besides the big forehead I was speaking on earlier, I be looking dumb as hell in the face. Like my whole face be just like hanging. Like. Oh man, what is that? Like I got a loose face, like I got shot with hit a Novocaine in the face right before.
Went to the dentist real quick.
Yeah, like all my shit just be like what the hell is happening? Oh man, I tell you what, my locks will come a long way because my jaws are at least a couple more inches longer than that now, and this one was so long ago. Oh, too long ago. The Muppet Show. You ain't right for that. Hey, for all y'all that want the best horror movie ever, man, The Muppets in Manhattan. Pure horror. Better than anything Wes Craven ever came up with. Muppets Take Manhattan.
Or Hernandez or whatever his name is. He's just a little kid that's scared as fuck. But I definitely see the character of Tekashi being that. I could see
bitch ass nigga.
It's definitely parallel.
Hey man, peace, K. DeJour. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
You feel me? He's a genius for playing.
We
that
working, man, but you always welcome, man. How you have
a,
go get
you
your
wanna see
grind
him- you
on,
wanna
handle
see
your
him- what he gonna
business.
do next? You wanna see
We'll
if
probably
Batman
be
gonna
here
beat
about an
his
hour
ass,
from
how
now.
bad he
I
beat his
plan on
ass.
trying to
Man, he
ride
gonna
this
be- you
entire
wanna see that.
episode out.
In
Unless
a sense,
unless
like he's not
life
the
duties
entertainment
happen
he
or
brings,
something. So yeah,
he's not
we be here,
exactly
man.
the Joker. He's just another actor playing the Joker, like Jack Nicholson.
Baskin. Is that about Carol Baskins?
Jared Leto.
Or about
Heath
Baskin
Ledger.
Robbins? Or about nothing that got nothing to do with anything Baskins? It's just called that.
Basking in the daylight. Basking in the sunlight. Basking in the glow.
I hadn't even thought of going that route with it. But yeah, that
Basking
works
in the
too.
ambiance. Basking in the ambiance.
All right, I need to be able to move, man. So another background fact that y'all probably didn't know about your boy. Well, some of y'all probably do, depending on how long you've been actually plugged into the pod. But basically, I am trying to quit, but not doing very well. I am a smoker of the nicotine. And because of that, a lot of times if you're watching the pod, you'll see me cammed up and then all of a sudden I just disappear. You still hear me talking, but I be gone. When you see that, that's what I be doing. But I have a career where being seen doing that is not conducive to that. So I always want to be conscious of, you know what I'm saying, at least that part of the image. So that is what y'all be hearing and seeing when I bounce all count like that. In the words of my brethren,
parallel because he has that regular.
yes, y'all already know what Phace be doing.
He was so into the character.
I think I either smoke weed too much or I don't smoke weed right.
Why you say that?
Why you say that?
Damn, how the hell can't
who y'all
say
think
that?
the best one was? I think Heath was. Who y'all think was the best joke?
My favorite was.
But Phace, why you say that though? That was you said what? Oh, you got to have it too, last call. So you already know, man. You know the struggle be fucking real, man. I quit. Let's see, maybe 12 times.
12 times what? Tried to quit.
I done quit nicotine, yeah, man, and go right back. I definitely.
Yeah, I gotta quit. Right?
I definitely
I
feel like it's not so much habit anymore. It's more of the stress related because I noticed that I'll have stopped or have gotten it down to very minimal, and then as soon as I get stressed, it go back up. So I know it's part of my coping strategies. It's one of them negative ones I got to get rid of, but that shit hard, man. Because I feel like every time I get good, something dumb happen.
What I'm trying to do for myself personally, try to quit nicotine. I'm trying to do that Nori route because Nori, he went to CBD.
CBD?
Yeah, he went to CBD. So I know everybody know I smoke bud because you watch the pod, and I'm always smoking bud. So yes, I'm a marijuana advocate. If you don't know, but I was never really with the
It's
CBD.
after July 1st, so it's all good for real for you now.
So
you gonna start your
you
growth?
know. Yeah. I'm gonna try to start that.
How many plants y'all got? What is it? 3, 4 plants?
I think you can have up to 3, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong. But
hey, we need that. We need that content.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some networking in the field. You feel me? Now I got a couple of people doing different grows. I got a couple of people trying to do open stuff up in Chester and Richmond and stuff. So I'm trying to do some connections. What was that?
See if we can get a dispensary tour or something, like a dispensary tour and review.
Oh yeah.
Like, or you go around and check out the best ones in VA or something as you go to different spots.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of that, while we on that topic, everybody know. In addition to the marijuana and everything, everybody know I'm into the dogs and stuff. We got an interview coming up on the next pod. Interview coming up with the next pod with Lucas Oliver. He's the owner of Baby Boy Bulls Kennels and dog breeder. So we'll be doing an interview with him, getting some information about the field he's in and the different dogs he deals with, and just questions around just dog breeding and dogs altogether. So definitely tune in. You got interest in that, questions about that. You like dogs, love dogs, interested in dogs. If you want to get into it, tune in and get some information for me. That's on the next podcast.
Indeed. And I got the title for that already. Already got.
Also, we'll be putting some stuff on we'll be putting some of his pictures on our social media soon, so y'all can see a couple of the dogs. Y'all see my dog. I purchased mine personally from Lucas. So
K Jizzle.
Example. Y'all see my dog. Matter of fact, I think that's him in my thumbnail right now. Knocked out sleep. Same thing he doing now. But yeah, my dog is 9 months now. So
you got yours on the way. Last call. So he got his on the way. What you got? What breed you rocking with?
Who, me or last call?
Last call. You know, I think I know your dog.
Oh yeah.
If you want to share with the family, you can always share what breed you got to them. But
but if you don't know, I got an American Pocket Bully. You feel me? I prefer miniature dogs. I've had the big dogs. I've had teeny dogs. Now I'm trying to do something different. American Pocket Bullies. I eventually want to go to the micros too. The micros are the smallest of the family right now. They get really the max, I believe, 11 to 12 inches with the micros, and then the pockets get to the max, about 17 inches in height. So.
Okay. Yeah, man. We big bullies and pit fans over here, man. We into them breeds. Oh, he got a black German. Okay.
Oh, that's great. That's a very, very intelligent dog. Very, very. Yeah. I know a dude. I used to work with a dude. He trained German Shepherds for a living. He was in many competitions. Like
how are they with sheds as far as like the hair loss?
Who shepherds?
Yeah.
Who shepherds?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you keep them well groomed and everything like that, it's manageable. But that's with any dog. You feel me? Like my dog, he's a real short hair dog, so he really don't shed much. But if you don't take care of him, wash him, and groom him like you should, you'll see that excess hair.
Yeah.
But
that's
why they go.
I need a dog that's short hair.
Bred them. Yeah, the way they bred them for that, so less shedding and the smoother, shorter coats and everything like that.
That's dope.
And they great around. Yeah, that's my thing. They great around family. It's like the bully's like a great family dog. You feel me? Like he just blends in so well.
And Phace the bully breeding is on this way too, y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Give it a minute.
Give me a year. We're gonna do. My wife wants to go ahead and get the English bulldog as well, the female English bulldog. So we'll be doing a little bit of crossbreed between pocket bullies and the English bulldogs soon. So give us like a year, we'll do that because when we get our female, we're gonna wait till her third heat before we go ahead and start breeding. You feel me? Like that's just from the information I've researched and come up myself. You feel like there's a lot of people out there that try to rush and do it on the first heat or the second heat, but I think it's illegal to do it on the first heat, and people prefer to do it on the second. But it's just like maturity. It's like we're humans. You don't want babies having babies. So if you wait till the full maturity of the dog, and she gets to that third heat, she'll be more prepared to take care of the puppies. The earlier heat she has, she really don't know what to do with a puppy. So it's a high rate of puppy fatality. So
gotcha.
Always wait. It's best to wait. I know if you in it for the money, you gonna try to rush and everything like that, but you basically losing out more because you're losing pups. But if you just in it for just the love for dogs, you'll wait. So patience is a virtue with dealing with dogs anyway.
Hey man, y'all better soak that up. Y'all people that's in the breeds and the dogs and the looking to, just breed your own dog just for your own personal. Listen up. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, that's my end goal, man. When I retire or whatever, I just want to get a big piece of plot of land, just have a dog farm. You feel me? Like different breeds of dogs and different exotic dogs.
Hell yeah.
Because I got a couple ideas I want to breed. Cause it's
you gonna get
breed.
that big ass? What was it? A Tibetan Mastiff or some shit?
Yeah. I'm gonna get one. Once I get my man, I'm gonna give me a Tibetan Mastiff. I want to breed it with
like
different types of
right
breeds.
there, boy. That's
if I can breed that with a child, if I can breed a Tibetan Mastiff with a child, that'd be great.
That's gonna be a big hairy.
That'll be great. So both of them got that big fluffy, like that big fluffy mane. You feel me? Like, but the Mastiff is just that so huge. With a child is that miniature, like that compact and aggressive. So just combine them two. I'm trying to see because I've never seen that combination.
Content alert! Last call. So you got to drop those lessons for them, Phace, on the dogs, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's coming up. We're gonna start with this next podcast.
We got family here with the dogs, man. So we got to increase that. Then
oh yeah,
feed them.
We got dog
they
shows coming up and everything. We got dog shows coming up because we're also going because Lucas he also has dog shows enough. He sponsors different dog shows and we'll definitely be participating in those once KJ gets of age. We'll definitely be putting him in stuff. So
okay, he about to get his show steppers on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just waiting to put a little date on him and everything. Oh yeah. He's spoiled as it is now. Well.
I tell you what, man. For y'all that was with me the last listening session, that's the dog that I was telling y'all about that y'all hear every episode. The little tapping y'all be wondering about. That just KJ he prepping for his time in the spotlight early. That's all. He said, let him know I'm here early. Get my name out in these streets. So, yeah, man. KJ is an official member of the pod.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know where we was at in this. I don't even think this episode has actually started. Did we ever do the intro yet?
Either Jack Nicholson or the
nope. We still on
the animated series.
Phace, if you got anything to
favorites.
The drop that the people might not have known really or that you think is poignant along the way too, just tell me to stop.
Comics about Joker,
you know what I mean?
Like
or definitely.
Want to say, just let me know.
Make me feel like it's the best.
The guy that played Luke Skywalker played Joker.
Yes.
Mark Hamill and Jack Nicholson, my favorite too ever.
He sure did.
For sure.
But yeah. Oh, Joker.
I still ain't figured out what all the awkward silences be about. Like I was able to explain one, but some of them we be having. It don't be about nothing. We just be.
It comes on.
Oh, that's what it was.
Background first.
I told y'all that black screen. It just turned into a black screen out of nowhere.
And then all of a sudden,
I don't know why, but the techie in me was like, "How are you doing that?"
Like that's crazy.
Like I was like, "My shit don't do that. How you doing it like that?"
Trippy man. I like Heath myself. He's the best one. Like he got all the way into the role. You feel me? Like he consumed the Joker. Like
the animated series was the theory of Joker.
Like that role, but Jack.
Which one? There's
classic.
So many of them.
Jack
you mean
classic.
his origin theory, the theory
say
that
that
he's
role
really
is
that
like
he's
Hannibal.
really like
You play
a
that role.
mantle that people picks up, like the Black Panther type thing, or like which theory? I done heard a lot of theories on Joker. I'm actually really into that. That's what a lot of videos I watch too. Yes, that he's multiple people. Yeah, they actually got a storyline. I want to say. I wish Pat was here because he the comic book expert in our group. But I want to say it's a storyline that they doing or they did where it was like 3 Jokers at once, and they were all terrorizing Batman or something like that. But I can't remember the name of it or if I'm correct, so I don't want to go too far with that and get quoted. But yeah, I definitely have heard that theory. It makes sense just because he done been killed so many times, whether on purpose or inadvertently, and he's still here. Especially in a place like Gotham where stuff is supposed to be a little more tangible in their universe. So I feel like it's definitely plausible as fuck, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, but I definitely know what you're talking about. For y'all that are like me that love them theories and like the behind the scenes or fan theories and stuff that could be true and stuff like that, that's into that. Not only Reddit, obviously, but I think it's Screen Rant or Screen Crush or something like that. But they do real good like breakdowns of like shows and movies and comic books that are like you wonder about those type of things and behind the scenes thought processes and well, what if I wonder where he really come from and stuff like that. They do a lot of good content on that. So yeah. Do I think there'll ever be a Joker as good as Heath? Again, my favorite Joker is Jack Nicholson, so I think it's already been one. But as far as since Heath, it's tough, man. Like, because Joker's been done so well 3 different times. Like, you had Jack Nicholson, you had Mark Hamill on the animated, and then you had what's his name, Heath Ledger. So it's tough, man, and it's such a tough role to nail because of all of the intricacies and nuances of his personality. You know what I mean? So it's possible, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely possible. I didn't think somebody was going to do it as good as Jack did it. And then, we've had other examples of people coming in and nailing it. So I don't know, but I don't like the one in Suicide Squad. I can tell you that. That one with the gold teeth and shit. And I don't know what, and it could be because I'm not as big into the actual comic books. So I may just not get it. That's super possible, but I ain't like it. I was like, what the hell why does he have gold teeth? It was just weird. Yeah. I don't necessarily need my supervillain to have a grill. I don't know that I'm too into that. That's neither here nor there. Phace, you over there cleaning right now?
Takes over you. It's kind of scary.
You know it.
I was like, that nigga got quiet. He over there sweeping or mopping or straightening up something.
Yeah, I'm about to go start cleaning this shit.
I do it.
I need to do
it.
When I make a character that happens.
Oh no, you good. I was just like,
take the role
quiet over there. Something
it's
going on.
Such a crazy written character that it possesses them. They may need to take therapy afterwards or whatever. Then I know I have a great pen.
That's real.
I don't know what the hell.
That'd be dope.
Pat was describing where you got to need therapy. That sounds stressful.
If I'm high as shit or sleepy as shit, I just feel real.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, it was probably sleepy as shit. Sadly, I be like I told y'all, we be starting late. Our official start time for recording is 9:30. However, the last time we actually started recording anything at 9:30 was probably the very first 2 episodes.
That's how it feels every time.
We might hop on at 9:30, but we'll sit around and be having to use the bathroom. We'll be eating. We'll be handling last minute family business. we'll be waiting on one of us. Like, yeah. By the time we start, it'd be like 10 something. And then we be fresh off work, fresh off of like being daddy and hubby, and then trying to come in it, man. So on the episodes where you've seen Phace go to sleep, trust me, he won't bored. I think it was legitimate tired.
Damn
and
right.
You may see me yawn from time to time. Like I've yawned already, and this is just the intro to this episode. But man, we be beat.
So just for y'all who want to know,
this what we do for y'all, man. This what we do for y'all, man.
On a daily basis, I get up at like 5 in the morning. I live an hour from my job, so I get up, get the kids ready, my 3 and my 6-year-old, get my dog ready, get us out the house, drive an hour, drop them off, go to my job, do my 8, get the kids again, drive another hour, do whatever I got to do as hubby and father when I come home, because I'm not one of them fathers who's not involved in whatever got to be going on. So as y'all already said, I clean up inside, I do my outside work, do whatever I got to do. Then I get on here.
Yep. So, and sometimes we be trying to be on here while we doing all that. So
yeah, you feel me? Something.
When I tell y'all, we be man, we be pushing through to get this to y'all, man. So you said we walking from the car, grocery shopping and shit. Those people ain't oh no, face mob at the crib, so you ain't gotta worry about that. But it's funny that you say that, because one of our first like YouTube videos that was just made for YouTube was me in Walmart or something. Hey, look, man, we real, we raw, we organic, we are very much just who we are. So we appreciate y'all sticking with us through some of this shit. Man, when I tell y'all we getting it out the mud, we are getting it out the mud. But we love it.
We build it.
And one day all of this is gonna be like great anecdotes that we're gonna all sit back and laugh at. So it's all love, man. It's all for the love, man. And if somebody got to go grocery shopping, man, you know, we'll put you a little something in the cart, bro. We got you last call.
Right. And you ain't got to repeat you.
Get you a little grub.
We can hear you. You can cut right over top of us. We can hear you right.
I tell you that. I need to start lowering my mic.
He be remixing his. He be like,
that's my regular voice, and it's about to bust my headphone.
At the paddle, pat.
Is that loud like that to y'all too?
Paddle wide.
But you know I do that regularly though, right?
No.
You know I do that regularly.
Oh, you can't be like, fool, did you forget you were lying?
I can't help it.
I feel you. No, we try to be a little more conscious in that. I mean, we forget.
This show got you.
Yeah, when we on live, usually we are at a destination where we kind of settled in, and for the most part, we good at muting. And usually, if I'm live, I'm definitely like in my crib at a good settled space with the house kind of settled. So I usually can mute people mic. Like I remember last time, when Phace be at work, I'll mute his mic if he be like, I'm about to go handle some business real quick. You know, that type of thing. But yeah, I feel you. Hopefully, we'll never be on one of them World Star videos where they have like the live stream and somebody getting back doing some wild shit, like taking a dump or getting it in. Like, yeah. Hopefully, we'll never be that. We try to be a little bit more thoughtful in our movements and that. Plus, we're a little older than a lot of people, so we got a little more to lose. So we ain't out here trying to be. We us, but we ain't gonna
hard ass one of them old school.
Everything ain't for everybody. You know what I mean?
That's from
there you go.
Back in the 80s.
I'm on a bar stool bar.
I like it because it's painted in Broncos, but it's only good for like.
Yeah, I got rid of that chair, y'all. I got a real chair now, y'all. That chair was killing me, man. It was my little garage, chill out chair. And I love it because it's a Broncos chair. And if y'all don't know, I'm a Broncos fan. Like, that's my squad in football. So, yeah. But that chair used to hurt like fuck. It was just hard wood. It was like one of them old school type chairs. It was built like one of them old school chairs.
But that's the main
Woo!
character. He absorbs energy and stuff. And then when he absorbs too much
I'm pretty
energy,
sure I
he
done
looks
developed
crazy.
sciatica and
as
all
you
that
can
shit
see.
from that.
He goes crazy because it's too much.
There goes Pat just being fucking
right.
super creative for no damn reason.
So I'm gonna tell y'all about me how I'm petty, how I be petty at work real quick.
Phace Mob about to give us a petty story.
I
I think it was Black Anonymous. When you watch this on replay, you're gonna enjoy this.
I did a job. I took the pictures and shit.
Oh yeah, Phace,
But-
your rants are considered to be pretty epic on here, just so you know. They enjoy your when you get into your bag, champ.
What you said?
Your rants when you be just getting into random like rants about shit for no reason. Like
Yeah.
That was one of the things. I think it was Black Anonymous say that they find that very entertaining. So keep on speaking your speech, kid.
Well, damn right.
When she left the furniture outside of my property. So I called her before I left the bed. And I was like, I need you to come back. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back tonight. I'm gonna put it back in. I'm like, okay, cool. I came back this morning. It was still there. I was like, okay. So I'm training now. So I showed my training. I was like, this is what I personally do. I called her again. I let her know if you don't come get this stuff by 12 o'clock, it's gonna be a cleaning charge on your account. She was like, she didn't say nothing. She ignored all 3 phone calls. Okay, then I emailed her. I was like, if you don't come up here or call me by 12 o'clock.
The cliffhanger.
I had the script ahead a little bit. I ain't want to put my man
Tune back.
real name in.
We found out what happened at the gate.
Y'all know folk out here be doing
Same
weirdo
Partners
shit.
time.
I don't think we
Same
in that
Partners.
lane where people would do it, but you know, you
already
gotta
know how they
watch.
Get down, man.
People
so
nutty.
They trying to get in the damn gate. Keep putting the code in. So I'm just watching them. The shit ain't gonna work because I still got you locked out. So they getting mad.
I don't know what I'm doing right there. I think I got an itchy
as
nose.
soon as they back up,
So
I take the gate lock off.
I'm a hairy
so
guy.
Get in, but now you get out the car to come to the office. She comes to the office. My code won't work. I look
but
at
I be having long nose hairs in between
it's
trimmings,
nothing here,
and them Jones be irritating. So
remember to hit this and then she's like, oh, I he was up stuff. So she's at the office. Now she arguing with her husband. Cause she thinking he put the code in wrong. She go to the thing, put the code in, she open the gate. She's like, I told your stupid ass you were doing. So now, because you fucking with me and don't want to clean your shit and don't want to pay my money.
I also be looking at my face in the camera, so I be just like tripping like it's a mirror.
Mr. Sinister.
So you will see me like making a weird face. Has nothing to do with nothing. It's just me playing around with the camera and looking dumb. So yeah, it's just some weirdo things.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
On that note, folks, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Podnas. Show with 3 friends separated by distance, connected by brotherhood.
And that's how we start every single show. We talking about random shit, and then at some point I just be like, "Well, what's up, guys?" And last episode, when I told y'all I messed it up a lot. Here you go. I got the easiest shit to say, and I fuck it up.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Podnas. Show with 3.
And why that voice is how I say it, I don't know, but I did it on the first episode. And for some reason, it's become habit, and I can't even stop it when I want to now. Like it just. Oh, the gray nose hair is on the way because I already got the gray beard hairs sneaking on in there. So the nose hairs is next. Then the long ear hair comes. It's on the way. I know it's coming.
Yeah, I'm already.
Well, hello.
Was that you in real life, Phace, or was that the video?
I don't even know.
Did you just say something?
Yeah, I did. I didn't say well hello though.
Oh, what you say?
Man, I don't.
Oh, that's because you're moving around. That's what it is. I got it. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was you on the screen. It's so weird, yo. This is so weird when you watch yourself. Yo. Tell you what, man, I gotta bring the gray hoodie back, man. I feel like some of my better episodes that came in that gray hoodie, man. I put it away for the summer, but I might have to bring it back out. I had to bring it back out. Oh, Distinguished Face made a debut way back then.
weekly conversations that you can join in on. As always, on 1/3 of the partners, your boy Tiz, along with
Other third, Padawan. Hey, and
Man, this face of the face, man.
hey.
Dramatic pause.
Red Bull kicking in.
As y'all can hear, we are back to normal. We have all
Yeah, I'm about to jump off and jump back on a little bit, bro.
Okay, no doubt, big bro.
So yeah, this should be a really fun episode tonight. Having all three energies back. We're glad to have them back. How you been, man?
With this fuck.
This was the episode. Okay, so the episode before Phace wasn't there. It was like the maybe one of 2 episodes we've ever done without Phace. I can't remember what was going on, but yeah.
And we're back. All right. Just making sure, I got a little editing spots. Right on. Oh shit. That's gonna sound crazy. Damn, man. All right, hold on.
Be all right,
Yeah, but you ain't the one got to edit this shit together.
My bad, Charlie.
Yeah, I be struggling.
It's more
and I've only been editing videos for maybe 5 months in my lifetime. So yeah. But now we got it down. We got a little signs to when we fuck up. Got a little signs to it now.
Like, yeah, same as usual. And then we go right back into the conversation. All right.
Yeah, same old. It's all good. We back to
struggle buses. We are. Yes, we are. God bless us.
So Meek Mill had a song with the baby. Lil Baby.
I remember this episode.
That leaked this week. And basically, in the song, he has a lyric that goes, "If I ever lack, I'm going out with the chopper. It'd be another coat." And a lot of people were in uproar about this.
I remember this. I think we might have to revisit that conversation on accountability for your words and stuff when you are a public figure or entertainer. If I remember correctly, we didn't dig in very far into this conversation.
Somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it. Y'all internet annex cannot stop me. Shit like Zombieland or something. LOL. Then he tweeted, they paying to influence y'all now. It's almost like mind control. Wake up. So then he faced more backlash after that. People were saying that he was
something wrong with Meek Mill. I wonder if he controls his own Twitter. Because he be saying some wild shit. I feel like a few weeks ago he was talking about he was looking for female underwear on Amazon or something. I don't be knowing what be going on with him, but we gotta pray for some of these entertainers, man. There's something going on and when you get to a certain level that make you lose it a little bit.
Show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact. Right after this, Meek Mill posted something like, "I'm going back to a savage. Fuck your feelings." So a lot of people was like, he was saying that toward Vanessa Bryant. So then he
R.I.P. Kobe.
After that, I've already apologized in private to her. None of my tweets are directed at her or at Kobe Bryant or at any of that. If y'all so sad about a woman grieving, then y'all need to go ahead and stop talking about it. Basically, I just kind of throw it out there. Like, what do y'all think on the actual lyric he said? And then all of the after tweeting that went on. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I kind of feel like it all depends on how the buildup is for that bar. Because, like, if it's like some random bar out of nowhere or whatever, it doesn't really ring. It feels like an easy bar. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like the most obvious thing to think of. Like when I was rapping, that's one of those things I kind of.
And I hadn't thought nothing about coming from an
like,
artistic point of view.
like, does it seem like this is way?
That's
too
what I
obvious?
mean.
Because if it's way
I
too
don't-
obvious,
it's hard for me to really
other rappers saying the same thing.
say something is wrong. I could just say that I feel it's wrong, I guess.
Anytime I hear
There's some universal things, but stuff like this is hard for me to determine. Like, should somebody be offended? Should they not be offended? Is it a big deal? Is it not?
Would think this way about this bar.
I'm still getting used to it because it used to be it was just it was wrong. Now these days, you know,
have to be.
I don't know what the hell be going on. So
the lead up to make me finally determine was that even worth putting that in there on a rapper level. Now, as far as insensitivity, like, see, the rapper side of me is like, when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would actually be considered a nice, you know, generous bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rappers I was listening to and still listen to say some vicious stuff. But at the same time, I would say it would be some coof with it, you know, like, you know, read the room type.
I think that's the thing. Why do people have such a problem with reading the room? Like, why do people get so offended, like so upset if somebody is offended? Like, it's okay to just say what you was trying to say in a different way that doesn't offend. It's okay.
In general,
we have millions of words out here that we could use. Like, it's all right to just change it up a little bit and say the same thing you want to say or make the same point.
Really just trying to what's going to be the
without continuing harm to somebody. I don't get it.
How is my
I do not understand why people be so entrenched on I have to say it this way or like yeah, you can, but why you gotta hurt people? I don't get that shit.
Their lyrics stick out the most or whatever. And a lot of times,
like I've had videos we've been reacted to or something, and somebody in the chat be like, you know, hey, that's kind of triggering for me. Hey, all right, well, I can still make my point about the video without having to show the rest of it or without having to say some of the certain way. Like, I don't get it. I really don't.
As far as like once the man's wife comes to you and say, hey, once the man's wife comes to you and say, hey, all right, I feel uncomfortable about this lyric or whatever. If I was in Meek Mill's shoes, I would probably do something to go back in and take that out. Just rewrite it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Now, I know with studio constraints and everything, that might be an issue with they're going to have to work out or whatever, but that's just how I feel about it pretty much. So I can't really be mad at Meek Mills for being Meek Mills or whatever. But I just hope he, as a person, starts to read the room more. That's all.
Gotcha. Yeah. Phace, what you think on that?
You went out.
Yeah, don't even say nothing about it. Just let it wait when he come back in.
Woo, we be struggling, boy. The fun for Tiz as he edits this every week. We be pulling it together.
It might be a blooper reel this week, though.
Yeah. And my sister just texted me. I'm texting my sister back and letting her know I'm doing a podcast.
This is gonna be a very weird episode.
They all are. They all are, Tiz.
Yepers.
They all are. I don't think we've had a regular one yet. One day. Whew, this was a long one. Usually they like 30 seconds to a minute. Woo, boy. So while we wait on Phace to come back, who y'all got in the playoffs? Who we think will win between Phace and the Bucks now that the Bucks done kind of got some of their momentum back here? I promise y'all the podcast will continue in just a few. I don't remember how long it was before Phace actually got back, but I'm sure he got back at some point. Because we put out an episode that week, so that means at some point he did return. Where did see this what happened when people move your stuff?
About all that face.
Have a different take when
He came back smooth in with his shit though. I can't hate on that.
and protection of freedom of speech actually when it comes to that. Because
I would have came back in like, can y'all repeat the question?
That line about Kobe. So I can understand from his actual wife's perspective how she would feel some type of way, or anyone in their family. But outside of that, no one else should have a fucking opinion. Because they have no relation to the man himself. Only people with a relation to the man himself should actually have a feeling about something like that at the end of the day. None of them should. You know, I don't feel like it. Anybody with an opinion, shit, either keep it to your fucking self or say it to somebody who cares. But at the end of the day, Meek don't care. So why share your opinion just to be putting it out there? I mean, that's the age we in now that everyone has something to say and everybody wants to put their opinion out there, even when they're not involved or even when it has remotely nothing to do with them. On this topic alone, shit. Once again, the only people who have the right to say something is his wife, Vanessa, and anybody related directly to him or her, because her family will be grieving from the loss too, because it won't only him, it was his daughter. But I draw attention back to the actual crash. It wasn't just them that perished that day. It was other families on that same helicopter that perished.
Yeah.
So are we only focusing on Kobe because he was a basketball player? Or, I mean, my mentality is different. Like, my mentality is different when it comes to these so-called celebrities and people, because they're only celebrities on TV. As many other people will.
Now I don't know what my opinion was this evening when we were recording, but I will say this now. I think that now my opinion on this has evolved a little bit over the past few months. I don't think you necessarily gotta say something to somebody. Like if you are like somebody say something offensive, if it's for your if about your family or something, you don't need to always speak up. Like if it's something like illegal or something that would like really cause some serious harm to somebody, then you know what I mean, do whatever you feel your due diligence is as far as what you need to do to, you know, keep that from happening. But as far as like something that's offending you, I feel like my stance has evolved. I used to feel like you should speak up on it when you feel it, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to see, you know what, just don't indulge in that content. Don't watch it, because when you say something back or you speak up, it don't necessarily solve it. If somebody's set on being offensive or saying whatever they're gonna say and the way they're gonna say it, or doing whatever they're gonna do and the way they're gonna do it, you speaking up ain't gonna do nothing but now put you in a place where you now in contention with that person for no reason. So yeah, man, unless it's something illegal or somewhere like children or somebody gonna get actually hurt. If it's just somebody saying something or doing something that could be offensive, I think I'm gonna just ignore them. And I think if more people we do that, then people will stop doing it, because I feel like a lot of it is for shock value. Like I feel like when Meek said that line, he knew Kobe had just passed and he just wanted to say some shit that he knew would get basically go viral. But I don't think I'm with that, man. We could have ignored his comment. It would have never been anything. And he would have realized, oh, I did that for nothing. Let me find another way to get some attention. So, yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but that was just my little 2 cents in the bucket. Fuck it.
That's hilarious. at the end of the day, I feel bad for their loss. Just I'm a human. I feel bad for their loss. But outside of that, if my people's pass and somebody make a song about that, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. These young dudes, what they out in Detroit or something like that? Where Young Von from? Where King Von from?
Chicago.
Where from? Chicago. They making songs on whoever packs and whatever.
Bet, because you know when you put it out there in the universe, now you got me intrigued. So definitely do.
Putting it out there, they're making millions of them songs around that. You feel me? Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. But the only reason to say something about them, me personally, I feel because it's a somewhat popular rapper in Meek Mill. He has a track out there, and he's black, Kobe's black, so they want to heighten that and try to bring that to the limelight. Because if it was two white rappers saying something about somebody, it was two white people, and a white rapper saying something about somebody else white that died, I don't think we hear nothing about it.
Ooh, it's hot as shit outside. Now that I don't know. I feel like society in general, race be damned. I think we just reached a sensationalized point where we so numb to trauma and numb to people being hurt and numb to seeing and hearing certain shit that we just got to a point where the general public, they like it. They like when somebody say some wild shit. And we all victims of it. And I think that's the biggest thing. We gotta get back to the point where we got a little bit of compassion. Not necessarily saying you gotta be soft or none of that shit, but just, you know, it's okay to care about other people. You ain't gotta be just fucked up for the sake of being fucked up. I think that's my thing.
You almost feel a connection to him. Like when Uncle Phil died, I was sad about that. I still ain't really cool with people putting Uncle Phil bars and shit. Like, I guess
that's real, man. Uncle Phil was my guy.
Like them Chicago dudes that be doing that when they talking about smoking on packs and shit. Like, I don't think that shit right. I just feel like at the end of the day, if you put art out there or it leaks or whatever the case, people gonna have an opinion. Like we talked about it a few episodes back, as far as like.
Now that is true. People gonna have an opinion of stuff if that's what your thing is. If you're putting it out to the public, people gonna have an opinion on it.
The only thing different about now is just instead of it being a conversation in the barbershops all across America or a conversation at the gym or at the water cooler, now it's a conversation on Twitter or Instagram.
And I think that's the reading the room part. Like you can have them conversations, but just know the audience. You ain't gotta have that conversation in front of an audience that may not be able to engage in that conversation for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we just be, oh, I'm gonna say this just because you think it don't mean it gotta come out.
Some people would just hurt.
But you know, as always, what the hell do I know?
And they also think about the fact that like that lady or Vanessa Bryan and her kid gotta still think about like that shit just kind of throws it in their face that their sister and their sister's friends and their dad died or whatever. So I think if he had just came out and been like, hey man, you know, my bad, I didn't realize it was gonna have this impact or whatever, or like had some type of tact afterwards, I think.
Yeah, man. Tact. It's okay to be tactful. You ain't gotta always be abrasive for the sake of being abrasive. Like I don't understand that concept at all. Say the worst shit I can think of just because I'm able to. I don't know.
People promoting a narrative. It's like nobody promoted anything. You put your song got leaked, people heard it, and they had whatever reaction they had to it. Like I'm sure it's somebody out there that was like, "Oh, that was just a hot bar." But,
like I said, I'm nowhere near any of that level, but we've had our experience with somebody was a little offended by something we did. We had to just go ahead and say, you know what? Let me say it in a different way. I ain't gotta put it like that. I can say it the same thing or do the same thing and do it in a way that don't cause no pain. You know what I mean? They've never had that point challenged. That's the thing though, man. When you challenge these people points, even if their point don't necessarily make logical sense, they stand on it so hard. It's like, well, what am I arguing with? Like, you just want to be that way. All right, cool. I can't make nobody be compassionate, but now that is true. That people don't need to work on how they articulate. Like we got, but you know, somebody was talking about this the other day, man. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about, the lack of current writing skills. I feel like growing up, we had to write in so many different ways. We had to write cursive, we had to write and we had to write and just print. We had to learn how to type. We had to learn how to write informatively. We had to learn how to write creatively. We had to learn how to write persuasively. We had to. I remember one of the punishments when I was a kid in primary school was like they'll make you write a certain part of the dictionary or something. And even though that stuff seems like it's may not have a purpose, I feel like because of that, I really have a love for words now. And not saying I always use the right ones, but the more words I learn, the more I'm able to like change, say the same thing, but have a different connotation around it. You know what I mean? And it ain't about who be loud and mean. Like you could be loud and mean and still be wrong as hell. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the thing that worries me the most. It's like we losing the basic communication skills that allow us to like actually be what humans were, which is a species that works together. Like we're becoming more divisive because we're lacking how to communicate properly. Like it's so many things that go out of hand just because of a misunderstanding or somebody interprets something in a way that was not intended. And a lot of it has something to do with like the tone, the body language, the wording choice, the timing of the words. Like we got a choice and all that. And especially when most of our shit is basically done online, like I really firmly believe like we got a choice in that shit. Like before I click go live, I actually think out like kind of like what I would like to say or what point I would like to try to make or at least the general area I want to go in. So that way when I get on, I ain't sitting there fumbling around and I don't say something that's crazy that I can't then stand on. And I think it also go back to like that accountability piece we always talk about it, man. Like it's okay to if you said something that did come across offensive, like you ain't got to be sorry for what you meant, but you can express compassion or at least understand somebody who say, hey, this offended me. You can change that wording of that phrase and be like, hey, I can respect that. Let me say it like this. And say it in a different way where you still make your point very loud and clear and you still standing on the same principles, but you word it in a way that you ain't got to cause further harm. And I think that keeps us from finding resolution a lot of time because people just be beefing. Yeah, like, but even in written language now, it's so text-based. It's like, because everything's text-based, we don't know how to read tone and connotation behind stuff. So we take stuff out of context and then run with it instead of, okay, how is this person taking this? Let me call them and see. Let me talk to them and like actually see if what I'm thinking their interpretation is correct. You know what I mean? But welcome back, Black Anonymous. But yeah, man, like I know this was an old episode, but I feel like every day this conversation could be had because it's like we're getting to a point where like if we're gonna be completely digital in our communication, we still gotta have some type of rules of engagement where people ain't always getting offended. And I think most of the offenses come from people like they're looking to be offensive. Like you're saying something crazy and then wondering why you're getting backlash for it, but like you're doing it on purpose. Like you don't have to say that like that. Like I've had conversations with people where we vehemently disagreed, didn't get above a regular voice. My voice loud anyway, but it didn't get above this. We were able to, even if we didn't come to the end agreeing, we were able to at least come to a resolution where we're able to move forth amicably and at least find a place of common respect. And I think that should be the goal, man. Like that louder and meaner shit, it just make us look crazy like that. And that's what I be thinking about. Like, yeah, it make you feel good in your ego. I cursed that motherfucker out. Okay, great. But how does that look to everybody else out there? Like, especially if you're a person like a Meek Mill or somebody with a platform that stands on other things that you're trying to do that are positive. Like if I'm out here and I'm trying to do prison reform, I can't be out here looking a fool because then, yeah, I can still believe what I believe about prison reform, but the people that I want to work with may look at me crazy. Like, I'm not working with you. You look like a fool. And I think that's what bothers me is like we make ourselves look crazy, then wonder why we can't get certain opportunities. But like, we don't have to act like a donkey to get our point across, man. We better than that. You know what I mean? And if my 6-year-old can understand that concept of it's a different way to say the same thing, and he's 6, I know we can do it as adults. And And that's one thing I definitely want y'all to hold us accountable on. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing no more. Now I'm just rambling and ranting. But please, man, make sure as we continue to go, as we have more episodes, like if you offended by something we do, let us know. We cool with saying it in a different way. Or like we ain't them type of people. Like we don't believe that everything we say is right, and we gonna fuck up. But we also don't mind having that compassion and understanding. Like, hey, we ain't had to say that like that. We ain't try to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, because our intent is pure, but our words we human. Our words may not always convey our intent. And I think if we don't stand, like we got to choose what hills to stand on. Every hill ain't the one to stand on. You ain't got to stand on the one where you being offensive. It's okay to just be like, you know what? My bad, and keep it moving. Like a lot of times, that's all people want is just for you to just acknowledge the fact that they were offended, not necessarily that you gotta change your stance in life or something like that. Sometimes it's just talking. It's just understanding. People want to be heard and understood, and if you at least give them that ounce of respect, you know what I mean, it can go a long way to having situations not fly out of control. But that, yeah, that was just my little 2 cents again.
In the streets, like,
and yes, it is a wonderful tool. I try to learn. I remember when I was little, man, I used to read the encyclopedia and the dictionary for fun, just so I could just see, okay, it's 13 ways I can say this. Oh, that's dope. So if I want to say it in this way and I want to sound angrier than this, but if I want to say it, but it not come across as so angry, I can say it like this. Or if I want to say it in a more questioning way, I can say it like this. But if I want to say it in a more asserting way, then I can say it like this. Like it's, man, words are powerful, man. People forget that words are spells, man, and you got to watch and make sure that you ain't cursing yourself and others, and you actually, you know,
as opposed to like
casting spells that are real, that are positive and building.
The family, fuck you to the people who are
But
sad,
yeah.
and fuck everybody.
But I tell you what, I love a good curse word, so I ain't against cursing. I'm just
Well, I hadn't heard nothing
cursing
about
people out and
none
all
of
that
this
shit for
shit
nothing. No,
until
I ain't really
tonight.
with it.
And I had to ask you what the
Unless you
fuck
Vladimir Putin,
before
we can get them hands. You can get them hands, Putin.
I don't
That's
really
just a sidebar.
listen to Meek Mill's music too much anyway. But as far as being able to say what you want to say, I feel like, once again, just me personally, like I said, we talked a couple episodes ago about people and how they feel about celebrities and their connection to celebrities and how they personally feel. And we also spoke about family as well. Now, when it comes to family,
Tell you what, man,
emotions, regardless, something positive be said.
we have the right to say whatever we want to say, and people have a right to react to what we say however they want to react. And that's the thing, you can't control the reaction, so try to control the initial thing you say so that you ain't got to worry about the reaction.
Each person grieves and heals in their own time, so it could be 20 years from now.
Young kids online, young rappers that's beefing for no reason because y'all don't understand this person's tweet and it spiraled out of control. Like,
too soon.
get the context, learn how to communicate, man. It's key. It is key.
I'm not gonna say it might be dealing with someone's death, but you have somebody do a rap lyric about somebody who got raped in a case and whatever, but they're not talking about the victim, they're talking about the person who actually did it. But hiding that situation, aren't you also bringing emotions back for the person who got raped?
Yep, I don't think that's right either.
Exactly. Yeah. But where's the public outcry?
I didn't realize I had got this far off.
Why is it?
We only 40 minutes into this episode. I tell you, I've been talking.
That's my instance. Like, there's nothing wrong with people feeling how they feel. Like, like I always say, to each his own.
All right, my people, we might roll for another like 20 something minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a part 2. I'll probably do the part 2 on either tomorrow or Friday.
So you can get upset.
Reveal what hold on, Mr. Backstory. What players? You mean the people that were on this exact topic? Oh, so basically what had happened that week, Kobe Bryant had died recently, and Meek Mill had made a rap lyric where he was talking about like, and some I get the chopper like Kobe or something like that. And basically Vanessa Bryant and Kobe's family was, you know, offended by it. A lot of fans and stuff were like, you know, that was kind of insensitive. You shouldn't have said it like that. And so it was basically Meek Mill. He doubled down on it though. He was like, you know, hey, I said what I said. And basically that was the setup for this topic. But yeah, but Meek is a different guy, man. I've seen a lot of his tweets, and he's very very different, man. I think we got to remember social media it's still real life, man. Like we keep acting like it's a virtual world, but it's not. It's real life. It has real life consequences. People lose their job off social media. People get shot and beat up over social media. People go to jail over social media. Like this is still real life. You're a real person. You just have a camera in front of you. And I think like we got to remember that like it was a time when I was growing up before internet where you thought whatever. You didn't say everything because you knew it was a real life immediate consequence for that. You was either gonna be in an argument, you was gonna have to defend yourself, you was gonna have to, there was something that was gonna come from that. You know what I mean? If you were a young person and you was in school or something, you get in trouble. If you were, outside in the public, you might get, the police might come holler at you. You know what I mean? It was always a consequence. I think we forget like these consequences are still there. It's just it may be delayed because of it being online, but it's still there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just really not with that. Let's just say anything.
Literally, somebody said something you don't like.
Think before you speak.
All getting to the sense, the society is getting to the point where the littlest thing and how people feel can change something nowadays instead of actual factual information changing stuff. It's just like don't make it biased. Make sure we spreading this feeling across the board all the way. And in most cases, it's not. Mm-hmm. That's where my only problem comes from. Like I said,
punks jump up to get beat down. Like that's why I say like I'm not for violence, but I do believe in a good ass whipping from time to time. Like it's some people that because they've never experienced that real life consequence of like I said something and then I had something impacted me tangibly from it. They keep on going and they'll keep on going to somebody to kill them. Sometimes if you had got a good ass whooping back when you first started that bullshit, we ain't gotta worry about that because you learn your lesson early. Like, and I think that this new generation of like participation trophies and like let's coddle them and keep them away from the consequence. Like I'm a big fan of real life consequences. They taught me. Like my mom used to tell me stop running through the house, and then after a while I kept hitting my damn head, and finally I busted my head and realized, you know what? Don't stop running through this house. There was something to that. And I think that we got to stop saving people from real life consequences. Like, let people get their ass whipped. I ain't for like, no crazy shit where people jumping you and all that. But like, if you, speaking of which, Byron Blake, he's a dude that got out of jail, paid $10,000 to battle rap Hitman Holla. Hitman Holla's like one of the bigger battle rappers. You might see him on Wild 'N Out, stuff like that. But basically, he done antagonized this dude for the past 6 months. Then they whooped his ass this past weekend. And he acting like it's normal. He went online again right after the ass whooping and was talking more shit. This new generation, I don't understand y'all. Learn from your mistakes. If A plus B causes C, and C is something that is detrimental to your future, your health, your life, or your family, why do it? Let me stop doing A plus B. Maybe I need to try A plus F or A plus Z or A plus Y because A plus B keep getting me this same result. Let me learn from that. Don't repeat stupid shit, guys.
Do it. But when it comes to tact, we got to look in the society we're in again. We're in an almost tactless society. So how much tact are these people expected to have? If we really hold them to no moral compass on a
we're desensitized to offense.
It's like society picks and chooses when they want to hold people up.
I think the simple fact that that same reason about what society pick and chooses is the main reason why he himself, for the sake of his own preservation, should have more tact reading the room. Like,
just read the room, man.
Don't get me wrong. I'm an artist myself, and I feel like the rules.
Punks jump up to get beat down.
As an artist, there is no limits.
Wasn't that brand Nubians?
You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want, but as for your own preservation of self, that's when you read the room.
That what Lord Jamar should have told Umar when he was huffing and puffing on his show.
Yourself, hey, do I want to deal with the consequences of me saying this? Because there's no way possible I can say this particular.
Damn, my forehead big and shiny.
This particular idea or how I feel about it
Lord Jamal. Right.
Disagreement.
They be turning Lord Jamal name up so bad. Lord Jamal.
Celebrities, a lot of times when they first hear something, they think it's probably like a
That's
small
funny.
segment of haters that just want to rile up stuff or whatever. It's not until it gets into a bigger situation then they realize that, oh, this is the whole world saying this. Okay, so and then that's when you see the little trickle down effect of like them gradually doing PR work on themselves, like or whatever. Like even at the end, even though Meek didn't entirely say, "Hey, y'all were right," he still said, as a way of doing PR work, "Hey, I talked to Kobe's wife, blah blah blah. Put this to the side." So as an artist, I'm still gonna say what I gotta say. Basically, really what he was saying is, I got all this work to do. There's no way possible I can go back and take that lyric.
They were talking shit. Well, man, I feel like, for a while now that's been going on, and I don't know what people's personal gripes with them all, but the only thing I've ever heard as far as people going against him was they didn't like the fact that he was getting super chats or something, and they were calling that a scam. But I don't see how that's a scam. Like, I feel like if you tell somebody, hey, man, you can donate to my channel, that's people donating they know what they're getting. They just getting content, and that's what they're paying for. Or they're paying because they know they just supporting you, and they just want to see you do well, not, but if I ain't never seen him promise nothing that he did deliver on. Like, from what I know, if he said he gonna make a video for the members, he does. From what I know, if he said he was gonna get some money for something, he used it for that. So I don't know, but yeah, he put people on, and I mean, he always shown me love and respect whenever I come into the Cookie Crush chat, so I ain't got no beef with him. But I don't know, man. From what I can see, man, that's one of the biggest reasons why we stopped making Umar content, and why we kind of, well, I say because Phace and Pat don't give a damn about none of that shit. They don't even be knowing what the hell be going on. But yeah, man, that's why I be just sliding out of it now, man. Like, I that shit ain't good for my peace, man. Like, it just be people beefing with each other for no reason, and half the time I have no idea why they was beefing. And it be people they was cool one day and they not. And I respect it, for the people who love it and who that's what they like. Cool, I respect it. It's just for me personally, my peace. I can't. Like, it literally was affecting like my spirit. Like, I was feeling it. Like, I was carrying a lot of negative energy around with me, and yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's what I would call it. But at the same time, I respect everybody want to do what they got to do. Since I've come into this podcast YouTube world, I see that like it's pretty much it's an audience for everything, and there are creators who will make something to feed every one of those audience. So for people who like that, rock out, no doubt. Hey, man, and I look at it like it's certain creators that I still check in with, like, but I find myself more and more just like either completely unsubscribing just to get it out my algorithm, or just like, if it is somebody that I feel like most of the time they not on there, but when they fall into them pockets, I just bounce. Like, I just, I gotta respect people right to do what they want to do. And plus a lot of that shit that goes on in certain sectors, like especially that Umar area, it's stuff that's been going on before the Podnas was even a podcast, and it's stuff that's been going on for so long. It's not my place to speak on it because I don't know who did what first and who. At this point, I'm just like, I'd rather see it stop. So, and I've spoken my piece on it several times, and I let people be adults, man. But yeah, man, in general, in society, though, I definitely think that like most of it just come from like misunderstandings, man, and people standing on offensive stuff when they don't necessarily have to. It's almost like they feel like they backed into corners because of their ego. You know what I mean? Like, even on this topic right here, like Meek Mill, I feel like he stood on it because he didn't want to look soft, like he was, backing down. But it's like everything ain't about proving like if you were, I don't know, my granddad always used to tell me, man, like if you're a real man, you don't never have to prove it. People just know, like, it just, your character will exude and people will see that. You know what I mean? You ain't got to follow no set script or you know, stand on dumb shit. Like he's like, you know, it'll do you better to think to move wisely. So like, if I don't know, man. People, this world be tripping, man. And all I can say about it is I don't understand it, but I also realize these days that the more and more I've done this, the more and more I learn about the different pockets of people on this earth. I realize everything ain't for me to understand. Like I ain't God, I ain't the universal creator, nothing where it's my call to say what it is, what ain't. I just know I got my moral code, and if it don't match that, then I stay away from it and respect it from afar and let people do their thing. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say on that right there, buddy. That's
I'm gonna just have to stand.
You pray for people, man. That's all you can do, man, and hope that people's spirits is right, and that's it.
You gonna say it? You got two options: either have tact.
What do you mean? What stance is more misinterpreted as such?
People like me.
I'll wait. I just don't. I don't want to think I understand what you mean by that, and I have a different understanding. That stance is more interpreted as such. You mean the stance of like just kind of letting people be to their own devices, or the stance of like I'm standing on offensive stuff? A man is a man stance. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a man is a man, like, but a man being a man ain't. It don't. Yeah, it ain't like no certain thing. It ain't like, oh, because I like. There's been generals who backed down from certain battles because it didn't make sense for the war. Like, so like, I think we put too much on like them stereotypical things of what being a man is, and then it make us look less than a man because we not actually doing the stuff that really make up a man. Like, I feel like if you are a person that is, you know, a pacifist, that's cool. Be you. If you're a person that is militant, be you. If you're a person that's more on the comedic side, be you. I just feel like you just be you, and that makes you a man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, your word and your ability to have integrity and your ability to like stand on your moral code is going to be what people will see, and they'll know that you're a man. Like, I've been told by many people that they consider me a good man, but I ain't never tried to be nothing. I just be me. And I think when you're that, people will respect it at some point. Like, even the people I don't like in this world, several of them I can still respect them as a man, because just because they're not my cup of tea, or because, you know, something they do don't fit me, that don't mean they still stand on what they stand on, and I ain't never seen them waver on who they are. They're not different one place and another. So, you know, but yeah, that does get misinterpreted. Like, we gotta get out of them antiquated things and like look at what really being a man is. Like, all of the men that we know is great, not all of them were like hyper aggressive. Some of them was soft spoken and quiet. Some of them, like, they all fit a different mold for whatever their situation was. And, you know, just be yourself, people. That's really what it is. Just be yourself, and you don't never got to tell nobody what you are. Your actions gonna show them, because you can say you whatever. You can, you know, I can come in and say I'm a millionaire, but if my actions don't match that, and you see me, you know what I mean, and I'm struggling to pay my bills, and I'm this, and I can't get here, and I'm, you know, I can't afford to take care of my family, and how that's, where does that back? There's no evidence there. Evidence will show. What's understood don't have to always be said. Big facts. Big facts. You never do have to announce it. That's old school wisdom there, last call. That's OG wisdom right there.
But then when their album sales come back and they got lower album sales, or their single don't do what they thought it was gonna do, then they'll complain about it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you gonna say it and you gonna stand on it, then stand on it 100% fully.
Now that's the shit that make you not a man to me. You got people that say the offensive shit, they stand on it, but they don't want none of the responsibility for the backlash and the losses that come along with having that type of a stance. Like, the people I can't respect is people that's like, yeah, I don't care if you take it all, I'm gonna still stand on this. Like, whatever that is, whether I think it's good or bad, I can at least respect you for saying, you know what, I'm gonna take all of it. Hit me in the face, stone me in the public square, but I still feel that way. And what? Like, that I respect. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that. You know what I mean? Like, stand on it, man. That's what integrity is. It's like standing on it. If you are a cold-blooded killer, be that. Don't try to act like you the family man. Be that. Be what you are. Whatever that is, be that. What last call said reminds me of exchange I saw between two Jamaicans on the bus. The passenger got on and put the change in the box. The driver said, and the fee is so and so. The man said, I'm only going to this place. They stared each other down for like a minute. Like, for what? If the fee is that, just pay the damn fee or don't ride the bus. Like, see, those are the pointless altercations that we have now that, like, what's your end game? If your end game is to ride the bus, then see what you need to do to ride the bus and either ride it or don't. What's the purpose of what is the hill that you're standing on? What is that's that? I don't get it. And that's what I mean. Like, it's all right to back down if you realize that you made a mistake. Like, and I think that also goes to like even our relationship with our women. Like, they sitting there like round one, fight. Some bad boys. They want to be shatas. But see, like all that trying to be tough shit, man, it's no need. Like and that's the thing, even gangsters, man, like I grew around some cold-blooded dudes, man. Like some dudes that would take you out your shoes easy and you never know what happened to you. And I don't remember none of them just going around provoking arguments and altercations, or like usually that was like the end result of we couldn't come to any other impasse. Now it seems like we are looking for the altercation. Like the altercation is the end game. Oh, we're altercation. Okay, that's ending. Let me drum up another one. Like that shit exhausting to me. Like that's like being married to a woman and y'all are never going to fix anything. Y'all are never going to break up. Y'all just gonna argue every day. What do you get out of that? Where's the fun in that? Where's the joy? Like I prefer to be happy. And maybe that's just because I'm getting older or because of what I had to see when I was younger. But at this point, man, if it ain't bringing me joy, if it ain't bringing me peace, if it don't feel good to my spirit, it ain't worth it. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I ain't pledged no fraternity, so I ain't got no Greek nothing in front of me. I ain't no alpha, no theta, no beta, no veda, no zeta, no none of that. I am me. And you call that whatever it is. Real bad boys moving silence. Indeed, man. Like real G's moving silence like lasagna, baby. You know what I mean? And it's okay to even, like you ain't got to do all that, man. It's okay to just be peaceful. It's okay to just be respectful to the world around you. You know what I mean? And I feel like it changes things. Like the moment in my life where I stopped going around looking for the shits, I stopped having to be in the shits. Like I remember I was at a point where I was like maybe 20, 21, and I just like, man, this shit getting exhausting. I'm tired of this. And I couldn't figure out why it was just following me. But I realized I kept doing the same shit. I was still going out, looking for a ballroom brawl, looking for somebody that was looking at me the wrong way or that was a part of a rival group or something. Like I was looking for those altercations. So I kept finding them. Once I stopped looking for them, once I started just moving in a different way and just been like, you know what, I'm gonna chill. I ain't putting that energy out no more. And I stopped finding it. Like energy is big, man. Protect your peace, people.
Feel like they want to pull out, take the loss
and stand on what you do. If you're gonna do it and you ain't gonna apologize for it or have no compassion, and just stand on it and be cold-hearted. Don't fuss when the shit go left or when the backlash come or you lose them record sales that you was depending on or people stop being fans. Like stand on it. Meek.
I spoke to Kobe Bryant's wife. If you had said that when the lyric first came out and people first got upset, I feel like the conversation is a whole lot different today. But going on the not even the defensive, but the offensive, where you almost like antagonizing the people that are upset. Like I don't see what that does for you if your goal is to sell records and make people want to listen to your shit. Like I feel like alienating a fan base is just unnecessary unless you want to do that and you don't care. In which case, stand on that shit 100% and be like, I said it and what? But to do the weird after effect PR moves and shit, like I just feel like you can't have you.
All right, guys, I got about 5 minutes. I had to get stuff together for the inspector that's coming today, man. But we're gonna do part 2 of this. I'm gonna take down the timestamp, but we're gonna jump back into this probably tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all kicking it with your boys today, man. Despite the delay, we are recording tonight, so I'll have the podcast, at least the audio version, edited and up on all streaming sites and YouTube pretty soon. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where we at? 56:14. But yeah, so we'll start here next time. We're recording tonight, so we'll have some new stuff coming out tomorrow. I'll probably drop not only the audio version, but also the preview of the video, so y'all can kind of see where we're going with this episode tomorrow. And then I'm gonna do something Thursday or Friday. I'm definitely gonna try to do the third part of the marriage trilogy at some point this week, but shit is getting more hectic, so definitely gonna be y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit as work picks back up and as our family schedule kind of shifts into a more busy season. But thank y'all for fucking with us, man. We love y'all. We really appreciate it. Replay gang, thank y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And continue to join us, man. We appreciate y'all, Pod Squad. If you're new to the Pod Squad, thank you for joining. And we love y'all. Be good. Protect your peace. And be yourself. Peace, my people. Thanks, Last Caller Black Anonymous, for holding down me as always. And thank African Humanist for joining us today as well. And thank Phace for stepping in with his brother as well. Peace out, y'all.